Hey guys, how's it going? So, we have some things to discuss here. First off, we have the Nvidia Corporation earnings date. So, basically, after the market closes, we are going to have the report. I think that we are going to have a really nice earnings from Nvidia, and I'm actually very prepared for this because I already got my bot in set. So basically, I did a bot, like a futures grid trading bot with 3x in long. Okay. This is not just a gamble. I just want to you guys to get my point. What I want to do is exactly to have a strategy where all the AI and semiconductors companies, when they have um, their their earnings, actually, what we're going to do is before the earnings come like live, when they update the quarter earnings, what we're going to do is 1 day or 2 days after, we're going to set up basically a trading bot that is going to be trading for the next 4 months. Okay, but this strategy is particular because we have a really nice bombing scenario where we have like 100 or maybe or 200 AI companies and hardware companies and also cloud computing companies that are going to have in the next 5 or 10 years a really interesting pump. So basically what I did is set up a futures trading for the Nvidia in Pionex, okay? And this is for $2,500. I'm going to explain more on the market context a little bit later, okay? But the second bot that I have is this Bitcoin bot that actually both of these bots, you can copy them in the two links on the description below. And the first link is actually to sign up for a bonus. And for example, if you deposit $1,000, you receive in 2 or 3 days $500. And with that $500, you can actually try these bots or actually made yourself some bots. I'm going to discuss about that later, but first off, let's see what is happening in the world. Okay, so first off, we have Trump that says that we need to reopen the Strait of Hormuz. That is something that is really good, actually, that is great, because first of all, we have a situation where all the markets are pumping because of the AI bubble, if you want. All the markets, all the indices like Nasdaq and the S&P 500 particularly, we are bumping only because of the AI companies taking away all of that volume and they're pumping with those earnings. So first off, we have a really risk-on scenario. The markets are doing really great. The indicators are doing great, but the Strait of Hormuz literally has like no effect on all of the markets actually, and the US oil is actually pumping and lateralizing at some point from March actually. Okay, so basically the price of the oil is pumping. The Strait of Hormuz has no incidence on what the hell is happening with the price. The second point is that Trump actually has Netanyahu on his hands. Okay, so basically we have US governing all of the world. The VIX, actually, the volatility index for the S&P 500 is actually dropping. So we have 17.54 points, really low. Actually, we are in the lower end of the graph. So that's really great. And what I have here, this is some sort of May snapshot that I did with an AI agent. And by the way, you have all of that in the description below. What I took here is basically the interest rate, the inflation rate, the employment rate, and all the like 18 indicators that are the most important for the US market. And I did basically an AI agent that took a May snapshot as of this date, like the 20 of the 5th. Okay, so what we did is actually do a sum up of all of the things that are happening right now. And basically the regime is like this, mixed with risk on tilt. The key reason is that the financial core still looks supportive, tight HI spreads, so this is for high yield, okay? Very loose overall financial conditions, NFCI negative and the moderate VIX. And what we have right now is that the equities, okay, so the US 500 as like the S&P's proxies, okay, have been strong this month, roughly plus 4.9 over 1 month, and remain near recent highs. Okay, so basically what we have right now is that we have all, like the majority, actually not all, but the majority of the, like for example, housing starts, we have the non-farm payrolls are doing really good, the manufacturing PMI, the GDP growth, the DXY, it's okay, the VIX is really good, and FCY, so the Chicago Fed, like the financial conditions actually are loose and they are supportive for risk. The actual spread of the bonds are doing really good. All the curves from the treasury bond market are really good. So basically, the majority of these signal points are in green. So basically, we are in a risk on market, and that's why the actual like conclusion on this is that we are doing really good. So for the month of May and the entering to the June month, we are doing really good. Okay, so basically the conclusion of this is that Bitcoin is going to rise, knowing that in 2 years we're going to have the halving. The conditions are good for the next few months. What we have actually for the earnings and for the indices is that all the pumping that we are going to see in the next 3 months, at least what I think, is going to be because of the AI corporations and also the hardware corporations, okay, the semiconductor market, basically. So this is a really nice scenario, but the bad scenario is if we have the semiconductors market that is going to be crashing. So if we are going to see a flip on this scenario and we are going to see, for example, Nvidia tilting down, so basically all the market is going to crash. So this is maybe one of these scenarios where we can see that the indices are depending solely on what is happening to the AI corporations, okay? But in the rest of the scenarios, all the indicators are doing good, but hopefully we can see all of these AI corporations and hardware corporation and cloud computer corporations keep pumping to the upside. Okay, so basically this is my report for Bitcoin. So sorry for my English. I'm going to be perfectioning it in the long run. So hopefully this information is doing like some sort of change of perspective from your in your side. So thank you very much.